Puss. I gotta have yours, or the cats seem to be giving good morning greetings today. Oh, cute. Hey, Charlotte. Puss. There's my meow, Charlotte. Cute. He tried to climb, then you fell down. Whiskers. Oh man, I should have stayed long. I got that on camera. It would have been so funny. He tried to climb up here because it's slippery. He put his claws in the metal. He couldn't grab it, and he fell back down. That was funny. That was funny. Whiskers. Okay. Oh, was that you, Charlotte, that fell down, eh? You slipped. Puss. You're embarrassed. What's wrong? She's happy. There you go, Whiskers. Look at those claws, eh? Big clawed cat. Oh, that's Charlotte. I gave this thing a good wash and rust converter. Because I left the residue behind, I wanted to just quickly wash that off. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo over this somehow again now, before I paint it. That's because I sprayed so damn much in there, it's left a bit of a residue. This thing's just so damn dirty. I'll give them a good, I'll put some, we've got rust kill paint here. It's a problem, but it's got a rust kill, a rust stop inhibitor in it, in the paint itself. I'll use that on this before I paint it. Cover that label, paint it, and I'll mask off the inside mechanics and the switch contacts. This up somehow, but wrapping a newspaper or something around this electrical component bit in the bearing up the top, mask it all off, and I'll paint this carefully as well. As for this motor, well, I'll replace the other red wire, which is supposedly went to the start winding. We'll replace that with a newer wire, because that red wire looked a bit thin. Put this thick one on there, and the same thing, the motor just starts but doesn't run. I reckon the run winding's been cooked and it's partially shorted. That's what I reckon, because I could look at it and it looks kind of dark. It doesn't smell burnt, but it just looks a little bit darker than what it should. So yeah, the run winding's stuffed, but the start winding's still okay. That's what I can put it down to with this motor. I tried all sorts of capacitors and spun it up with this, duct taped the shafts together end for end, spun it up to about 5,000 RPM. Yeah, still nothing. It's just yeah, the run winding's gone, unfortunately. Bugger. 9.4 amps continuous duty. 1425 RPM, but 1.8 horsepower for single phase. That's pretty damn good. They don't make single phase motors that strong anymore. Also, my Core 2 quad arrived, so I'll be putting that in the computer soon. I'm on running Windows 10. Hey Whiskers! The hell is it on here? I've also picked up some stuff from work. Sparky did some work, so yeah. Had a bit of water sitting at the bottom of it, arcing out slightly between phase to phase. Every switch or power point at our work always gets water in it, all the time. There's always water getting in things. Just because something's IP66 rated or 61 rated, it isn't. It's not. So yeah, they don't make these things like they used to, unfortunately. They were good for bits and spares. Plug, you replace the plug because the bloody end broke off. This plastic that's up to here with a little locking mechanism, and it's broken off that. And they just got bumped. Bloody shit, they don't make these like they used to. And they're still the best you can get. There are a lot worse out there than this, I can tell you. And for clips, it should be a lot better than that. I like their old design. This is their new Fandangle shape now. You just lock it all with a screwdriver and unlock it with a screwdriver instead of just undoing it by hand. The plastic's in there, see? It screws into this half here and it clicks and ratchets on here so you can lock it. But yeah, it bloody broke it so damn weak. Cheap shit. Why can't they make it like they used to? Can't beat the old Ryco and Wilco plugs and sockets, tell you. And for an Indian made breaker, isn't too bad a quality. These used to be made in Australia. And the little indicator never works to indicate that it's on or off. Because this is just wired up to run a 3-phase motor. They didn't need a neutral, so this button didn't work and it didn't trip when there was water in it. Because the RCD wasn't actually powered up unless you hook a neutral up to it. But when you're using these to run a 3-phase motor that doesn't need a neutral, it's not an RCD, it's just a breaker. Picture's all dried out. I'm going to use this just for single phase. Neutral, active. Don't get the active in your neutral, because neutral and the active are the wrong way around. And you press the test button, you go boof, and blow up the diode and the coil inside. So yeah, just use it for one phase. These two there, these two here, I tested with a Mega. You know, although I scraped the carbon out with a knife and scrapped it all out, there's still a conductive between here and here. So there's a carbon track between these two where the water was. I'm not going to use those two anyway, I'm just going to use these two for single phase and that's it. I need a good high current. This is a 40 amp too. 40 amp breaker, RCD. So I need to make an enclosure for this. I can use this for testing motors and stuff. A good RCD that still works. Alright, I got some also scored a heap of lights, mercury vapor and metal vapor lights too, metal halide lights I mean, which the factory did a bit of a clean out. All these spares they had, they just decided to chuck them all out because they just had no room. Alright, Callum sent me the Quad 2 quad finally, 2.66 gigahertz. It's about the same as what it's in that, speed-wise. That's a 2.66 gigahertz Duo. And this, as I said before, this motherboard is ready for a Core 2 Duo and Quad. It supports Quads and Duos, this motherboard. So it should just work straight on. Core 2 Quad 2.66 gigahertz should fit any modern computer. Cheese, cow. Yeah, a Core 2 Duo is still okay, but it's just too Pentium 4-ish. That's going to go in my vintage basket for an older computer. Because this is a good Windows 10 machine now. I want to upgrade it just a little bit to get a bit of extra performance and spec out of it. But I just realised I've got the heatsink compound for this stored away in my container. I'm going to have to go and get that and dig it out before I put this in. Oh. All these though, throwing in the bin. All those lights are being thrown out. This one's had a lot of hours on it, so I might have to pull this one apart and check the insides, but it should still be alright. Bulb smashed out of this one, and a hell of a poof. Shame they'd throw them out though, and they'd ask me if they wanted to give them to me first, they just throw them straight in the bin. We got here, I think that's 150 watt, is it? I'm not sure. What if this one is intact completely? This one had the lens smashed off it. This one's got no lens, this one. Got completely smashed off. 400 watt metal halide. Yeah. Never really understood what these are in there for. What are you putting there? It's like a bloody bung for a hose to go in this top bit. This one's got it, but it's been removed. Why would you have that on there for? What goes in there? Interesting. Anyway, these are all fine. They even come in these little plugs. They just cut them off and left them all together. They're all going straight in the bloody bin. We've got some 3-phase cabling, some TPS. This is lighting only though. I can't use this for anything more heavier than that. TPS meant for lighting only. Although the light 10 amp loads. Number 2 cool. Yeah, the plug top's been a bit rusted up, which is all buggered. Got some of this cable. I've got some signal cable for variable frequency drives. This is proper VFD cabling, and there's this other cable that comes with it, which has got multi-cores in it. It's the same cable or not, I can't remember. I'll find the end of it. Multi-core VFD cabling. It's been sitting rusting away in the weather, in the back of the shed actually. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cores on it actually. Interesting, 6 core VFD cabling. G 0.75mm. Yeah, it's signal cable. Alright, I got one more of those lenses, of these shades to go on this one of these lights, and one's missing a shade, so I've got 1, 2 without, 3 without shades on them. That one has a bit tinted, I'll fix that up there. Those 2 bulbs are intact, that one's intact, and this one's got an intact bulb. Alright, I'm going to have to rearrange all this stuff because in September I've got more meters coming. Alright, I've got all the lights hung up in that container. All the lights are hung up nice and safely. While I was there, I've did a little bit more rearranging for more meters to go in there. I might have to repack everything in my big fun box instead of just chucking everything on top of each other and damaging things. I'll have to repackage half that stuff in boxes and just carefully stack them away in empty spaces in that container. I'm trying to economise space in there as best as I can. I'm also going to try and run Windows 10 on this thing. Put the other hard drive back in this machine and do a clone over. Try and clone it properly out of the 40GB Western Digital that's in there, which I didn't do a successful clone the first time because Windows won't start. So I'll try re-cloning it again and I'll see if this thing will upgrade to Windows 10. This old board will run it. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.